Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Take responsibility for your financial position. Now, in the previous episode, I talked about you need to become sick of poverty and everything. One of the ways to get out of poverty, out of that mindset, you got to take full responsibility. Because the second that you blame everybody else, like you get a lot of people, they talk about these billionaires and millionaires and all of that. First of all, there's plenty of jobs. They ain't stopping you from succeeding. See, one beauty of this system, people will talk about how unfair it is and all of that. It really doesn't stop you from doing anything. It don't make it easy. It don't hand it to you. But if you work hard and smart, you can rise from the lowest of positions. You can get off that air mattress and get you like a brass bed. You can come out of that efficiency in a poor neighborhood to a nice big house. You can do it, but it all comes down to you. You gotta take responsibility for it. Let's talk about the basics. People want to make money. Now, I've talked about the job situation before, and where people are, they don't want to work. And people usually come on here, and I'm gonna be real, I don't respect them. They're up there complaining, talking about they not paying a living wage or something. They not doing this. Well, first of all, look, if you're gonna be on this channel, you're gonna start taking responsibility. There's plenty of jobs. You might not like the job, but it's not temporary. There's plenty of jobs. If you got to work 2 jobs, to live well, okay. But you should be thinking, okay, because you get a lot of people, they want a living wage when they first start working someplace. Well, I'm going to be real. Why should you get a living wage if you just starting out? You're not experiencing that job. Now, if you experiencing that job and everything, I understand that. You go to a job and you got 5 to 10 years experience on whatever the job is, yeah, they should be starting you out high. You should be going in as a manager. But, sometimes people got to start off someplace to get a job. During the COVID thing, if I had to work, I had no problems working at a warehouse. Despite my education, despite all my knowledge, if the job I had to get was at a warehouse or something, or working at a grocery store, if I had to, I would have did it. The jobs are out there. You know what? I'm not going to blame everything else for me not making money. And if I have to work 2 jobs, I'm going to work 2 jobs. That's why I say I don't really. You got some young people saying, well, they ain't paying this, they ain't paying that. That's entitlement right there. Now, I told you, when I first worked retail, I was working at a department store. I started off there. I had another job working in an office at the time. I started off on this job, retail job, making minimum wage. They wanted more out of me. I said, well, I got this other job. Y'all need to pay me more. They immediately paid me more. I only stayed on minimum wage for 2 weeks. I've mentioned several times about this little gym I used to work at. There were about 3 guys in there who started out minimum wage and all of a sudden worked their way up to manager quickly. Look, the thing was they were concerned about the money. See, your financial position, the jobs are there. Don't use that as an excuse. You might not like the job, but like I said, it's just temporary. Get you something until it's time to move up. And then to get you something, work hard and then have your eye open for something else. And like I said, you might have to get 2 jobs. Then as you want it, you might have to take some time and get certified in something. Because there's always something. You can always move up. Because I'm going to tell you, like I say, the beauty of this system is it don't really stop you. It don't make it easy for you to move up, but it don't stop you either. And in fact, you get embraced if you move up anyway. There's plenty of people who pulled themselves up. Plenty of people. Because they ain't use any excuses. They took full responsibility. They ain't sit around and say, well, they this, or expect to get all this money from someone else. I'm because unfortunately, you got some people, they think somebody's supposed to pay them for something. They think somebody else supposed to pay them, just out of the blue something. I'm shit, you need to earn that money. You need to earn that money. And plus, I don't care what job you go on, there's always a chance to move up. And even if it isn't a chance to move up, you get that just to keep some money flowing. You know, like I tell entrepreneurs, plenty of entrepreneurs know even with their business, they still have to work something. You can get that. In fact, when I talk about being an entrepreneur, one of the things is, in fact, I even said this in my book, Nice Guys and Players. Every man, no matter how much money he makes, should have a side hustle. Even if he's making 6 figures, have a side hustle. He don't have to make money with it, but have something he can control. So it's like, it's so much you can do out here. Shoot, when I started off online and started getting a little bit of money there, I was working. I still had my publishing business and everything, doing like the online stuff, and I still had a full-time job. That's because I didn't wait for anybody. I did the hustle. I took it, you know. Anybody can do that. You got to take responsibility. If you don't like that you're not making money, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing to make more money? What are you doing? Not somebody else, not blaming somebody else. What are you doing to make more money? You know, are you looking for some business to get into? Are you like working harder on the job? You see a place you can make more money? Now, like I said, on all fairness, you get some jobs you can only go so far. That's fine. Look for something else. Do you have time to get a part-time job? You know, figure out a way. Like I'm always talking about vending. Plenty of those vendors, they vending on the weekends, but they got a full-time job, you know? Because you just got to do what you got to do to hustle. And you got to take responsibility for it. Nobody's going ahead and see one thing in this system. Even when you got companies or people who say they'll give you grants, they're getting something out of it. When somebody invests in your business, they ain't just giving you the money. They want a cut of it. So everybody has a motive. So you can't expect somebody just to give you something. Somebody gonna get a cut. Even when you win a lottery, Uncle Sam gets his cut of the money you want. So nobody's gonna give you anything. What you gotta do is figure out, okay, what you gonna do to make the money? What you gonna do? If you don't like your financial position, regardless of what it is, what are you gonna do to bring in more money? What are you gonna do? You know? That's the thing. But you gotta take responsibility for it because you in position. Like if I ain't take responsibility, hey, I wouldn't be doing this video now if I didn't take responsibility for where I'm at. I wouldn't be doing this particular video on this particular channel right now, you know, if I didn't take some responsibility. So you have to, if you don't like if you poor or, you know, middle, whatever you are, if you don't like your financial position, then take responsibility for changing it. And don't blame the days. There's plenty of money, man. There's plenty of money out there. There's actually plenty of jobs. And like I said, it might not be what you want to do for your career, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. You're doing it just for a little while. All right? So anyway, I want y'all to really think about that. Take responsibility, okay? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.